Hello everyone, this video is on humor and how it's linked to our spiritual awakening. We can always tell when we're moving in a progressive direction when we start to laugh, when we find humor in some unusual, quirky places. And people can sometimes think that spirituality is serious and doing these advanced meditation techniques is like really intense. And while there are intense moments and there is an intensity and some stillness and some people can seem gone, there's also a real bubbling of bliss and fun and humor, and that can get really intense. And so the transcendent can express through hysterical laughter. And I've been to the Brahmistan and done long rounding there in India. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a place where thousands of Maharishi Vedic Pandits chant the Ved. They chant 24/7 and it's a charged place. And when you meditate in that, well, it's like a nuclear core of the universe when you meditate there, what happens is laughter. And I've been in meditation groups in the Brahmistan where people have actually been put in separate rooms because they just can't stop laughing. And it's, yes, part of it's just a release because we take things so seriously and the relative world can seem hard. And when that stress is removed, there's just this freedom and it's a hysterical space sometimes. People rolling around laughing, people being moved into different rooms. And this is something I wanted to talk about today because I have had some comments say, wow, Aruna, you're really intense, you're scaring me. And I just wanted to balance that out by saying that, yes, even though I might seem a little intense, underneath the intensity, there is a banging sense of humor. And, I love comedy, especially absurd comedy. And, I follow a comedian, an absurd autistic comedian on Instagram and just crack up looking at his videos every day. So, in my spare time, when I'm not meditating or helping clients, I'm having a good laugh. And also, we become connected to everyone when we meditate and we spiritually awaken. And then the personality and how it expresses and its quirkiness can tickle our sense of humor, and we can get into these characters and have compassion for them, but also such joy in their expressions. And I love Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson's Mr. Bean. I mean, he's like an interplanetary being. You know, he does some silent comedy that's hilarious. And he's kind of like a little alien in the world. And we can all relate to being an alien in the world. And so nothing serious is going on. Even if the personality thinks there's something serious going on or that it seems like it's life or death, it really isn't. And so let me just channel and see if anything else comes through today on humor. So I'm going to enter a few moments silence. So the purpose of the humor is multifold. The purpose is it's like a valve that gets released and all of the anxiety and stress can like rush through it. And when it rushes through it, there can be just this laughter and our perception changes, and it can change just a little bit. And that's what comedy does. It's just like, have you seen it this way? And it gets tweaked. And then when you have that tweak, It just kind of tickles us and we laugh. And so that's one aspect to it, is that it's a valve that allows the stress to release while simultaneously like tweaking our way of perceiving the world. Another reason why comedy is linked to our spiritual awakening is for us to find something funny, we have to move away from our black and white thinking. Because when we're serious and something bad is going on in the world, it's very black or white. It's very split. These people are good. These people are bad. I like this. I don't like this. And comedy just slices right through the middle and just blows it up and reconfigures it from a slightly different vantage point and says, what about this? Have you seen it this way? And then it just tickles us on a transcendental level and we can laugh. And so comedy is one of the most spiritual things that we have available to us on the planet. And I encourage everybody to watch comedy. I know there's a tendency to go down rabbit holes and look at the news and it's all negative, but we really need to balance that out and not underestimate the power that comedians have to heal us. Comedians are not just silly people having a laugh. They're healing us in ways that we don't even know. Good comedians are hypnotists and they hypnotize you when you don't realize you've been hypnotized and plant new seeds of awareness and new ways of seeing the world while simultaneously getting rid of stress. And so find your comedian or find the comedy within yourself, and it will be so healing. We often think that we need to meditate more or we need to really make an effort on our spiritual journey rather than just understanding that comedy, don't forget comedy. It's always available to us at any moment in time. So, in summary, it's a valve that stress can release through. It is a way to blow up black and white thinking, and it is part of the spiritual awakening process. And if you know you're just in a bad mood and you don't find anything funny, just know that's going to pass. It's not always going to be that way. And so I pray that we can all find our guru comedians and connect with them and have a laugh and get off the negative news and just feel light again.